Welcome everybody. It is Crypto Moose, and the moose is loose. Just going over my notes. Of course, Mitchell Bouchard, your crypto and NFT investor. So this is going to be a more serious video. I want to give you guys as much value as I can, and yeah, let's get right into it. So what we're going to do is talk about why you're not doing good with crypto investing. So I'm going to give you guys some good tips here. So I've got a ton of stuff on my screen here, but first I want to make sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe, but only if you like the video. I only expect a like and a subscribe if you want to learn more and if you like the video. So if you're not into it, if you're not feeling it, then it's all good. So what we're going to do is cover 8 to 10 different topics, probably 8. And these are things that I've noticed, things that I wish I knew about a long time ago. So at the end of the day, I'm not a crypto millionaire, at least not yet, but I am investing more consistently than I ever have before. So I feel like I'm like a lot of you. I'm a creative, I do video production, I have a small business, and I only have a certain amount of money to put every month into crypto. So these are some of the things we're going to talk about. I'm not a millionaire. I'm not dirt poor. But yeah, let's get into this. So we have a little screen here. That's what I'm going to use. I'm just using Canva. And we're going to add to this. So the first thing I want to talk about, okay, and we're going to go over 8 simple things that you can implement. And by the way, I wish this was a video that I would have seen before getting into crypto. Number 1 is research. I know I talk about it all the time, but you have to get a good foundation, because the lens in which you have that you're viewing the crypto world, if you're looking at investing, and by the way, nothing in this video is financial advice, just my own thoughts and opinions. The lens that you're wearing, meaning the way you view the world, it may be off, or you might not be able to see something or grasp something if you don't have enough knowledge. So I recommend to at least know the fundamentals. So continue to watch the channel, right? We have tons of videos right here for you guys. Make sure to subscribe. Check out these videos. For example, you can learn about ISPOs. You can learn how to set up Cardano-based wallets. Research as much as you can. That is the number one thing that you can all do. You can virtually do it for free. I have online courses, but you can research for free, guys. So research, and here I also put time. So we'll talk about that. And we'll also talk about experience, because all of this is going to be somewhat of a combination for you to do well when it comes to investing, especially in the crypto space, right? Because it can be very difficult. And at the end of the video, you can screenshot this, keep some notes, make sure that you're doing these things. So when I talk about researching, understand what goes into blockchain, right? What goes into setting up a wallet. And you don't have to know everything. You don't have to know everything. Because at the end of the day, there's a lot of tools. I know we talked about Dega and other projects. You're not going to have to set up a wallet like we do right now. It's going to be different. Everybody has a cell phone. This is going to go into VR, whatever else we may be using 5-10 years from now. But at the end of the day, there's an opportunity to own some of these digital assets before the market cap gets to crazy levels, right? So the more you research, the more time you put in, the more experience you have, this is going to be the number one asset that you will have when it comes to investing. Now remember, this is not financial advice, but when the way I think about it is kind of like we have the plant here. It's true, right? Why would you be able to harvest an investment if you never plant the seed, right? So that's a big part of this. Comment down below what other things you think I miss in this video. But this is a video that I think is pretty important for most of you. So that is number 1. We will get back to it in a little bit. So let's talk about number 2. And I've got a little bit of notes here. So what we're going to do is just write 2. And the next one is going to be invest first. And you want to be consistent. So we'll get into those two as well. So we're probably just going to have to probably lay it down something like this. It'll drive me nuts if this is not perfect. There we go. So invest first and be consistent. What do I mean by that? Well, let's say you make $3,000 a month, right? And every month you plan to get into crypto, but you don't do anything about it. That's because you are not investing first. You are not prioritizing it. So I could even put that in here as well. It needs to become a priority. And I see this all the time, right? Oh, I wanted to invest. I just missed out. I didn't trust it. This happens all the time. And I get it, you know? So I guess this doesn't want to cooperate as much. But that's going to be a key factor. If you don't invest first, if you don't prioritize it, why would it change, right? So what I always recommend, and I tell people all the time, and we'll get into number 3, is to just be consistent with any amount, right? So let's say you are in high school, okay? You have almost no dollars. Well, you have no habit of investing. What you can do, and I did this, I think I was corn detasseling at the time, tough job, and I wasn't making any money, not a lot of money, but I still have some crypto from 5 years ago. That's when I thought 20 bucks was a lot. What you can do is say you get paid 100 bucks a month, okay? When you get paid, the first $10 you put it into crypto or you set it aside, okay? It doesn't have to be a lot of money. It can be small. But that's what I recommend, right? Just start small, be consistent. For example, what I do is I try to take $250 a month in general and I'll put it into crypto right away. And if I have to use it at the end of the month, then I have to use it. Then it's just money saved that I have left over. For example, I had to go to Toronto. I had other things going on, other expenses. I think my car battery broke down the last month. So the money I put into crypto, I had to get rid of it. But I had an opportunity there. So you want to have as much in there as you can versus having too much month at the end of the month. You know what I mean? So it always works like this, right? It's like if I just had leftovers, I could make it happen. But that's part of it. So hopefully that makes sense to some of you. And I get it. It depends on the situation. Like I haven't even been putting a lot of money into crypto. I have other expenses and there's so many other reasons, you know, for you to not be able to put money into crypto. I get it. But these are just tips, things, little nuggets that can maybe help you out, right? So that's the goal. Next is goals. On top of that, we're going to talk about 1x NFT for an example. And then we also have, we'll do that one after. So the next one is going to be goals. You have to have a goal, okay? So a goal, for example, and we will put this underneath. We should move this around a little bit better. Let's say you don't know what to do. Well, what I recommend you to do, especially if you haven't gotten any crypto yet, set an example of a goal. Pen and paper. I have tons of goals in here. I think I have a goal to have like 10 bubble jets, and I already checked it off. So I do have a goals book. What I recommend is you could even buy a goals book. So I'll even put that here. You want to go pen and paper as much as you can, guys. Like that's going to help you out a lot more than anything else. So what I recommend, get a pen, get some paper. This one says stuff. I write ideas in here. I literally have a book that says goals and I write down my crypto goals. So, I mean, it's not by accident. So that's something that I do all the time, guys. If you don't have a goal for crypto, don't be surprised if you're just scattered all around. It doesn't have to be a big goal. For example, one NFT. If you never bought an NFT before, how do you even know anything about NFTs? And this also goes with number one. It's part of just prioritizing it, being consistent, experience, okay? So that's all I really need to say on that. We'll go back to it at the end here. Number 4 is going to be to just get started. I know I basically said that, but so let's say 10 bucks, 20 bucks, doesn't even have to be a lot of money. So 4, get started, right? Most of you, if you're watching the channel, you should be able to put 10 bucks in, or maybe even just set a goal to get to 10 bucks, right? Maybe 10 bucks is a crazy amount of money to you. Who knows? I know when I first started, no joke, it took me 3 or 4 months to save 100 bucks. I put it in Exodus. I was quarantine tasseling, right? That was years ago. And, you know, it depends. It depends on every person. At the time, I was prioritizing buying video equipment. That's why I have a nice camera, because I prioritized building a video production business when I started investing, really. So I would ultimately, even now, I prioritize investing into my video production business, which I should probably be doing even more, because I've been doing quite a bit of crypto. So it comes down to priorities. If you have too many priorities that aren't serving you anyways, you should probably get rid of it. That's part of it. So for example, maybe even in priorities, you could even say, you know, one good tip I will say, write down your goals on a sheet of paper. Write down all your friends, all your time that you spend doing things. So for example, say your goal is to have 100 bucks. Well, write on the other page things that will help you get to 100 bucks. And then you could also write, for example, things that would not help you. So maybe you like going on fancy dinner dates or something, right? Like I have Margot Robbie hitting me up. Hey, Mitch, when are we going to, you know, the Keg? When are we going to Tim Hortons? I'm like, I don't know why she wants to go to Tim Hortons. Margot, I need to invest. I got to prioritize that. And that's difficult. That's tempting. That's Barbie. So, guys, it can be difficult. I understand this. I get it. It can be difficult. So priority, right? That is part of, let me go back to my notes here. And we will talk about that as well. It's a sacrifice. I think that's how you spell it, right? Nope. Sacrifice. There we go. So it's sacrifice, right? Maybe your sacrifice is, you know, you can't buy new clothes, new shoes. You know, maybe you can't go on a vacation, right? I barely go on vacation. Like I do small road trips for business or whatever it is, but it's rare even. So that's what I recommend. Shrink your expenses, you know, if you have to. That's why most people don't invest, right? But the thing is that if you don't invest, if you don't take a shot, maybe it's not worth it to you too, right? Like, let's just get real for a minute. Maybe it's not worth it to you. Maybe you give it a shot. Maybe you try these things out on screen and then you realize, oh, that sucks. I don't like that. Well, now you know, right? But if you want to get into it, these are tips that I would suggest. All right, so get started. It could be as little as 10 bucks, 5 bucks, 2 bucks. I don't care. You should be doing at least 5 bucks. Like, you got to pay fees, right? So we're there. We're on number 5, patience. Guys, this is the biggest one. I would say that cryptocurrencies, especially when it comes to crypto investing, you will learn about patience. Probably the best example is 2022, 2023, the last couple of years. I have been buying consistently investing, and nothing good has happened, right? So even if we take a look here, now this is a little bit of patience as well. Here's Iagon. It's pumping right now. I recently got out. That's a whole other story. I'm not going to get sidetracked. I got some here. It's done nothing, but I had the patience to hold on. So I basically, on this trade, I turned 200 ADA into 3,000 to 4,000 ADA. Okay, so I bought a little bit more as I went. Math isn't perfect, but I've done very well Even if you take a look at the 1 month, and I will get into some poor examples that I've done. Yeah, it's not showing the 7 day for whatever reason, but on the 24 hour, we're up 30%. So that's just Iagon. And, I'm not saying this is a good investment right now, but I do believe in the project. That's because I research the project. I've educated myself. I can see things that other people don't see. All these things. I've researched Iagon. I spent the time, right? I have the experience now. I know a lot about the Cardano blockchain. That's why I talk about it so much. Invest first. I'm going step by step what I did, right? And a lot of this is my strategy, guys. So invest first, prioritize, make a little bit of sacrifice. It sucks. I get it. Everything's a sacrifice. Be consistent. It's part of the YouTube. Guys, I hate filming video. I hate being on camera. I like this channel, obviously, but I do not like talking on camera. I get nervous. Believe it or not, I do not feel comfortable. It takes me a long time to record 5 videos. For the most part, I would say I'm able to do 2 videos like this, and then I'm exhausted trying to be social. I just am. I'm very introverted. So it just sucks away my energy. That's just me. But I like this channel because I can learn more about crypto. But ultimately, guys, like it's very difficult for me to make content, even to do this. I'm in the mood now. But after this video, I want to just be by myself. That's one little light example. For you, maybe time you have a lot, right? Maybe you don't have any. And these are hindrances too, a lot of time, right? For the most part, what I've noticed is a lot of times when people want to get into crypto, they'll just be like, I don't have time for it, whatever. But that's because they prioritize other things. If it's not important to you, it's not important to you. But to me, crypto is very important. I'm passionate. I love it. And I've dedicated a lot of time and experience now. It's been, almost 5 years now I've been learning about all this. So invest, again, your goals, etc. Be patient, guys. Just be patient. Back on the patience idea as well. Let's go to Bitcoin. This is a really good example. All right. So last time when I really started going back heavy into crypto, I mean, we were at like 55K or something US. Like, it hasn't been good for 2 years. But with patience, we can climb back. If you believe in decentralized digital assets, then this is the way to go, in my opinion. For example, Cardano, right? Best example. I got up here, started buying even on the way down. I don't care because long term, I feel like 29 cents. I will clip this video in 2025 saying, hey, I had patience. That's part of it. And 24/7, that's the market with cryptocurrencies. It's not like anything else. It's a match made in heaven for me. I love it. I love the visual aspect, the innovative aspect of cryptocurrencies, the fact that you can own these digital assets and utilize them on the web with legitimacy, transparency, in a decentralized way, sending and receiving. The way you can utilize smart contracts. There's so much to crypto, guys and girls, so much. So be patient. Be patient. It takes time. Right? All right, here's a big one. This is a big one. Security and self-custody. They go hand in hand. Something I wish I learned. You could even bring up scams in this regard. So let's see if we can get this thing to cooperate here. Security, we're also going to talk about scams and Trezor or hardware wallets, whatever it may be, guys. So you can screenshot this, do whatever you want with this. Hopefully it will help you out a little bit. So when it comes to security, this is big. This is something that I wished I knew about much more often. So as you can see, even here, I have a Trezor Model T. This is a hardware wallet. We have videos talking about what this device is, what it does. At the end of the day, it allows you to hold on to your private keys on the device. And in order to sign a transaction, you have to put in the PIN and physically use the device. So let's say you are using a NAMI wallet or a MetaMask. So in order for me to send assets from this wallet, send some away from this wallet, I would have to plug in my PIN, right? So it acts as an intermediary. And that's huge, guys. Like if you're playing with a significant amount of cryptocurrencies, I always say, I always change the number, but if you've got $30, $40, you probably don't want to spend $80 on a hardware wallet. But if you have half a Bitcoin, if you have more than $500, I think you should invest into a hardware wallet. I also have links for you guys in the description below. I do have an affiliate link if you want to save like 10, 15%. We have different wallets. But again, research, right? Go through the list. Did I research? Did I spend time on this? How experienced am I with hardware wallets? So we'll go back with this. I'm also going to switch these two up here in my notes. Number 7, okay? Number 7 is going to be win. You're winning or learning. I love this. And it's very true. And I would say that something that you guys will hear a lot, and I hear this all the time. I'm talking all the time. People say this. I missed the boat. I didn't get into crypto. I had the chance. I didn't get in. I don't want to buy it now. Well, you should be learning from that experience in my estimate, right? Everything is risky as well. So you're winning or learning, everything is risky. So that's going to be crypto, right? So you're winning or learning. Just remember, life is risky. Guys, life was risky the moment you were frickin' born. Just remember that. I always hear it, right? Like, I don't trust the internet, don't trust cryptos. Well, you don't know anything about cryptos, right? If that's what your mindset is. And that's fine, right? There's a lot of opportunities elsewhere. If I was interested in real estate, I would be doing real estate. I'd probably be making way more money, right? If I didn't like creating video content, even though a lot of it like this is difficult to record myself, but I do I run a photography and a video production business. I have to be creative. But that's part of, it depends on who you are. If you are somebody that works a job you hate, but you love crypto, well, do that job and then roll some into crypto if that's what you want to do, right? So it all flows together. So I hope this is making sense to you all. All right, and I'm going to do the final one here, number 8. This is a big one that nobody talks about. It's unbelievable. Have fun. You have to have fun with this. If you do not have any fun with this, I think that's actually the biggest reason people fail at investing. Guys, think about Warren Buffett, okay? He's childlike. Elon Musk, he's childlike. All the greats, okay? And I'm not saying you have to be Elon Musk, any of those guys. I don't care what they do as well. But what I'm saying is, if you're not having fun with investing, how are you even going to understand it or be curious about it? I like crypto, and I know a lot about crypto because I am 100% more curious than the average person when it comes to crypto. So the only way you can really do well, in my estimate, in this regard is to remain curious. What is the point if you're going to have somebody else invest into crypto for you if you're not even into it anyways? Then you're like, I'll invest next month. I'll do whatever. You have to like it, right? That's the only way, personally, I've been able to suffer crazy losses as well, because Not every day is sunshine with crypto. Let me tell you. I had a ton of ADA at 240, 250. Guys, we're at 29 cents, right? Like most people quit in crypto. That's why. Because they're not into it, right? That's one of the reasons. There's a lot of reasons, right? But for example, to go back to the patience idea, and this is just from my experience. So if you take a look, and we'll get into the patience aspect. Patience is important because it is going to be difficult. When times get difficult in crypto, you have to be patient, right? Right now, there's an ISPO. Guys, I've been talking about this a lot. I'm pumped about this. Literally right now, by the time you're watching this video, it's probably Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, most likely Wednesday, July 4th or 5th. There is an ISPO right now. It's the Dega ISPO, and it's going to be a multi-chain ISPO. What this is basically is an opportunity for you to delegate to stake towards the Dega 1 stake pool. I have a video on it, and earn free airdrops. So you have to be curious in order to find out about these things. If you're watching this video, you're probably very curious, right? So comment down below. Have these tips helped you? Are there any of these specifically that maybe you're thinking about and you just haven't implemented? I want to know your guys' thoughts. Maybe I'm off on some of this. I have no idea. I'm just trying to do videos that hopefully can relate with a lot of you guys. Because these are things that I go through. This is part of my process. It's more unconscious now. I don't really think about it day to day. But, if I were to compare my portfolio, and I'm trying not to share it as much, but for example, I used to have $100 in crypto. Now I have more than 10,000 in crypto. Let's just say that. US as well. So I literally have 100 times more money than I did just 4 years ago. So it does work, and nothing good has happened in crypto in 2 years. Nothing. Guys, it's been awful. I've seen, since really getting back into crypto and investing, I'm down, 20, 30% at this point. I'm only lucky because I've been DCAing, dollar cost averaging, buying every month consistently. So I could even add that in terms of the patience, consistency. You can even put DCA here. Okay. You can check it out. I do have a video on the channel talking about it. This should be your resource as well, guys. So I'm going to save all this for a future video as well. But if you go to the channel, I have videos on how to DCA, right? So new to crypto, I have a video. Guys, I have videos for everything. How to troubleshoot a wallet. That's not as important. But staking versus yield farming. Watch that video. How to take profits. Guys, this video is awesome. I'm telling you, if you are not aware, that's what I would do. How to take crypto profits. I even bring out the whiteboard. Guys, I'm bringing out the whiteboard. Come on. Where's the DCA video? I would type it in maybe. Just find my DCA video. That one I think is awesome. It adds a lot. There you go. Guys, step by step how to DCA. Only 60 people have seen it. Like, what is that? Somebody give that a like. Like, watch that video, please. It's a really good video, though. Like, if you don't know a lot and you're trying to navigate the space, that's going to help you. So, anyways, guys, I hope that helps you out. Take a screenshot. We have online courses. This is my wallet. That's basically what I'm holding. I have other wallets as well, but it's just to give you an idea. And yeah, guys, just hopefully you get something out of this, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.